What's up, YouTube? This is Real Black Atheist. I want to give a special 4th of July shout-out to everybody out there, all Americans, and any foreigners who don't feel the need to get on a plane and ram it into a building and kill a lot of people. Because if you do that, you know we are going to be very pissed, and we're going to come to your country and kill a bunch of innocent folks and stay there indefinitely. You know, that's what we're doing there. Okay, so I want to make this video to give props to Claire, who included me in a video and gave me a lot of subscribers, and I thank her for that. You know, my videos are going to be mostly me just sitting here in front of a Sprint Evo talking shit for a couple minutes about my opinions. I really don't rehearse them, just whatever comes to my mind at the time. I just think that's authentic, and I have a girlfriend, 2 kids, full-time job, full-time student. I like video games, basketball. I just don't have the time to cut it, copy, paste, and do all that fancy stuff. But I may if one day something moves me to. But primarily why I'm here is just to give my opinion on, you know, religion, science, God, that type of thing. And right now what I'm dealing with is a certain creationist who, we're discussing mitochondrial Eve, and he's trying to make the case that she could be the first woman. How can you make the case that the biblical Eve could be mitochondrial Eve when the mitochondrial Eve, nobody ever said that she was the first woman? In fact, she would have had to have ancestors. He says that you can't prove that she did. The fact she existed, maybe, perhaps, means that she had ancestors. And he's like, well, you're discounting special creation because you don't believe in God. Since you don't believe in God, then a special creation makes no sense to you. Well, let me tell you something. Even if I did believe in a God, I would not believe in special creation. If I did believe in God, I would believe that evolution was part of God's plan and that God does not interfere in that plan no matter what goes wrong. Absolutely, nothing. No matter what happens, that's bad. If you need any more evidence of that, just look around you. I've never seen magic happen. I've never seen anything created from nothing. So if there is a God, this is the way he did it. For some reason, they can't accept that, and they think that one day magic happened and a man was created and then a woman. And this man had nipples and balls. For what reason if there was no woman there? God's a fucking moron. He didn't see that he would. Well, obviously he knew that he would need testicles, but why not just create the woman there? Why not create Adam and Eve together? Man and woman. You had female turtles, ducks, squirrels, apes. But with humans, you make the man first, him walk around with his dick dry for a couple days, then you decide to make a woman. And you made her dumb as fuck. Thankfully, most women didn't get her inherited dumbness. Maybe a couple of you did, but Palin, gotcha. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Mitochondria Eve is never claimed to be the first woman, just the one that we're all genetically related to. She would have had ancestors. And if you did the same test for her 1,000 years from now, it would be a different woman, probably. And if you want to know why, then I suggest you go look that up, because I don't have the time to give you the insight onto why. So that's what we're dealing with creationists. They say that if there is a God, that he could have only have created it magically. He couldn't have used the natural systems that he seemingly did to create us. And because I can't tell you how the first life came on this planet, that means don't ever try to find out and assume that God did it. Aaron Ross got an interesting thing he says when he says, we've never, every time we assumed supernatural, we've always been wrong. And that's true. So there's no reason to assume, because we don't know where the first life came from or where the first humans came from, that it was specially created. That leads to a dead end intellectually. Because if we decide that God did everything, then there's nothing to learn. And 500 years ago, when the plague was wiping out people, if everybody said God did it, where would we be right now? I tell you what we'd be. We'd be writing with quill pens with candles right now, and I would have never known any of you existed. There's nothing wrong with saying we don't know, but we can try to find out. Quitting and saying that God did it doesn't answer anything. God's not even an answer. God's really irrelevant anyway, because if he does exist, it's obvious he doesn't give a shit about us. Anyway, I think God interfering with life is cheating, because if he helps you get a job, that means he cut somebody else out of a job. If he heals your loved one, that means when someone dies, he didn't want them to live. It has to be that way. It can't be one way or the other. So let's just assume, it's better off assuming God didn't exist. That way everything makes sense. I mean, to me, it makes sense if we assume God either doesn't exist, or if he does, he doesn't give a shit. Because look around. Look around. You know, things aren't perfect. I don't think things are totally fucked up, but if God of the Bible existed, we could expect a lot better things. For example, this is just some bullshit I thought up of. If there was a God and we were intelligently designed, how come we need food? How come he couldn't make us without the need for food? Maybe perhaps by sunlight. You can't sell sunlight. Maybe we could have, this is not scientific by the way, but maybe we could have 2 suns where the whole world could be lit and have, you know, the same temperature. Then there'd be no need for humans to need to sell food, and people wouldn't starve. You telling me because a woman bit a piece of fruit that people have to starve and that there are diseases? That's bullshit. So this is about the end of this rant. You know, I've been busy the last couple of days and I haven't had a chance to make a video, and then I get a message from her saying she's going to put me on one of her videos, and I just felt like I had to respond back. So I know I went zigzagged all over the place, but that's what I do. I give you my opinion. I'm an expert on that, by the way, so don't try to disagree with me. Oh, another interesting thing that happened. Shack of God sent me a friend invite, and I was weird. I was looking at it like, why is he inviting me as a friend? So I declined it. I mean, I really shouldn't have, because I don't know much about him other than what other people have said, but he just comes off, from what I get from all the other YouTubers that are on my side, is that the guy's kind of an asshole. So I should have accepted him. If he sends me another one, I'll probably accept it, but I just did. It's like, get the fuck out of here. It's like seeing a Jehovah's Witness at the door. It's like, get out of here. I don't want to talk to you. You know? Oh, man. Jehovah's Witnesses. Anyway, that's me, Roback Atheist. I'm out.